Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Monique Olette. I'm the Vice President for Digital Workplace Services and Mobility for IBM Global Services. I reside in Minneapolis, Minnesota, for any Minnesota people. No? Okay. Midwest, anything. No, okay. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much for joining us. And my peer Kathy will be up on stage in a few minutes here. But I want to get us kick-started. First of all, this has been a great event. I hope you all are enjoying it. I hope you're learning a lot. I know I am. And it's been great to meet so many clients here and talk with you about what you're doing in the workplace and how you're transforming and where you're going with it. So I appreciate all of the information and comments that you've given me over the last couple days. So thank you so much. Let's get started here. So I've been in workplace services, end user services for quite a while, like 29 years actually. So I have seen a lot, and I've seen sort of a lot of nothing, to be honest. We've had many years where I think most of us who have been in this business really were stuck in the function of just supplying kind of services to our end users that were very stagnant. It was based on standardization and lowest cost as possible. And that really was the trend for many years for many of us. And a lot of the IT budgets were being cut. It really wasn't about, you know, how do we support the end users? How do we give them a better experience? It was just about cost and minimal support. Well, we've seen now in the last couple of years a couple of things happen. Probably the biggest thing that happened is mobility, right? And end users saying, now I get it. I have this mobile device as a consumer, and this is the experience, this is what I want in my workplace. And that put a lot of pressure on IT and the business and everybody to really kind of step up the game here. There's a couple other things that happen, and Ginny Rometty, our CEO, is very focused on what else has been going on here, and within this, it's providing collaborative and innovation and being agile in the IT space. And really that's about using things like big data and automation tools and cognitive to support the IT environment. So it's a revolution, and I think we've all seen this over the last couple of years. It's a pretty big revolution. It's been very disruptive. Many of us in the IT space have had the business putting the pressure on us of, how are you going to support me? I need to change, and I need to change fast in order to keep competitive. I need to change in order to keep my workers. I need to change in order to support the revenue that I need to drive. And it's put a lot of pressure on IT. So what do we have to do? We have to have on-demand access to data. There's tons of data out there. We all know this. But how do you really take and use that data? That's been the problem, right? I've got a lot of data, but I don't know how to use it. The next is, having the cognitive technologies. So there's a lot of AI out there. IBM has our Watson technology that most people have seen competed on Jeopardy and won many years ago. We've perfected that now to make it available in the marketplace. But how do you take that cognitive technology and apply it in the IT environment? That's what we've been working on the last couple of years, is really taking data, analytics, and cognitive and applying that to everything we do in the workplace environment. So we really believe the digital workplace transformation is all about having an agile workplace. That means meeting the needs of your client, meeting the needs of your end user, versus telling them, here's the standard, here's what you get. If you don't like it, kind of too bad, right? No, it's about, hey, the business is doing this, they're moving in this direction, we're putting in a platform that provides that agile services platform that you can put anything on it. It's an environment of choice now. Then there's the social and collaboration. I know for me, I have a team all around the world, people, a good chunk of the team in India, people in Europe, people in Asia, people all over the US. One of the big game changers for us coming together as a team has been the Skype for Business and really leveraging Skype for Business. And for those of you that use that technology, you know that it is a game changer for coming together as a team. I mean, it does change versus having a conference call. Being live on video with people, seeing reactions, seeing their face is a different experience. And it's an important experience for those of us that manage across teams. And then the user-centric apps, right? I mean, everything now is about how do you make this really intuitive? How do you have apps that really enable? And then applying the innovation that I talked about. The cognitive, the automation, the analytics, taking all of that, putting it together, and having a cohesive solution for the end users to experience a different way of doing business with their IT organization. So we have a really great customer example, and it's starting right now. So let's go with the video. Cisco, largest, sorry. Oh, here we go. That's okay. Cisco, largest wholesale food distributor in the world, I believe. We work with them in many areas, but certainly the workplace transformation has been one area that they embraced. They realized they wanted to provide a different experience to their end users and their workplace environment. So let's roll with the video.
On-time delivery is really important because a lot of our customers, what they're serving for lunch or dinner is on our truck to their restaurant that morning. Cisco is the world's largest food service distributor. We operate across many countries, about 65,000 employees and over $55 billion in sales. Our customers have approximately 400,000 different products that they can choose from, and about 10% of that 40,000 of those are Cisco branded products. So we process huge volumes of data in a short period of time at Cisco. So we do 150,000 deliveries a day, and there's no time for error, because if we just get a few minutes behind, we're starting to affect warehouse overtime. A few more minutes, we're starting to affect the actual delivery time to our customers. IBM's dynamic automation helps us keep our critical operational systems running every day, which really helps our uptime and our delivery to our customers. We began dynamic automation with IBM in 2015, and we were one of the first companies to do it.
To be our customers' most valued and trusted business partner, we need our trucks to leave on time. We have over 8,000 trucks that leave our warehouse every day, so automation is critical to ensure that they leave on time and we can provide our customers the support they need.
Through automation, we've been able to reduce the issues on our critical incidents by more than 89% in the last 6 months. Over the past 2 years, we've increased our server uptime by over 50%. We've reduced our downtime by over 40,000 server hours per month.
We ship 1.8 billion cases of food and related products each year. We've decreased the amount of time it takes to solve a severity 1 issue from 19 hours to 28 minutes. We've had a great long-term partnership with IBM. Dynamic automation has taken it to the next level. They're certainly the leader in automation and artificial intelligence, and we look to apply that to other parts of our business to get benefits from that. We aim to be our customers' most valued and trusted business partner, and we try to do that better and better every day.
So yeah, a couple of things about that story, right? It's not the typical end user. It's not the typical workplace, right? It's in the warehouse. It's in the distribution centers. It's on the trucks. It's people in the labs. It's all over the place. And they're all using different technology. It's not a standard PC. It's not a standard desktop. It's not even a standard tablet. It might be a Zebra device. All of that is really what we all have to support nowadays, right? What they've been experiencing and that influx of we need the right solutions to support these unique end users out in the environment. And now we all have unique end users because people bring different devices in. We all have businesses that require different applications, different solutions. So we really need to figure out a way to have this platform so that we can support that choice environment. And we're really working with Microsoft. The Win 10, the migration to Win 10 really enables that solution to be put into place, have that consumer-like effect on the IT environment. So we really look at how do we start this? How do we work with clients? And we do this every day. We have a lot of clients that are really in different phases. Some clients are like running towards this, right? Some clients are going kicking and screaming, and a lot of them are kind of somewhere in the middle of, I know I need to do something, I want to do some things, I've done a few things, but I really need to accelerate and get there faster because the business isn't waiting for me. They're gonna go figure it out on their own, and then I look like I'm not an enabler, I'm just someone that's preventing, right? And I don't want to hear again that it's going to take 2 years or 18 months to do a project for everything that I want to do. So we come in and we help clients with understanding the employee IT needs. So this is about what we normally call persona creation or use case. So this is something we're really, really good at, and we've modeled it after what we've done in IBM. Think about IBM. We have about 400,000 people and about 15 personas for those people. Within that persona, we've identified, how do these personas work? What do they have to do? What kind of applications do they need? What sort of choice devices do they need? What kind of support functions do they need? So think about that, 15 personas for 400,000 different people. That's pretty amazing. We're constantly looking at it, we're constantly updating it, but that's what we do. So we go and help clients to do that same thing within their environment and figure out, what are the use cases that we need to address, and then let's figure out how to address them versus coming in with standards and already thinking that we know the answer. Let's look at it on what the employees are really needing. Looking at the business goals. This sounds pretty easy, but, is your business expanding globally? Is it expanding, internationally or nationally, right, even? What are you doing for the business goal? What do you need to go to in order to meet that? And how does IT actually enable that? And what are you going to need to do to enable that? Current employee pain points. Obviously, we have clients we work with all the time. I talked to one yesterday. It takes them about 3 to 4 weeks to onboard a new employee in the IT process. It can't be 3 to 4 weeks. You don't have 3 to 4 weeks to onboard people really from an IT process, right? You don't have that time frame to bring people on if you're trying to meet the business needs, because those people are being hired for a reason. And it's not to go and wait for a PC to come to their house, right? Device choice and management. Again, this is really where we shine in that putting in a platform that enables, we all know that a good chunk of what we have out there is Microsoft, and that's the greatest thing. We actually just recently signed an agreement with Microsoft to resell Surface devices. Well, we now have that in our portfolio to provide a full set of solutions around the Surface, but sometimes it might be a little different device. It might be supporting a smartphone or something else in there, and really having that available so that you can support what is going to be out there. Applications, obviously driving the consumer-centric applications, the employee-centric applications, secure access, communication tools. Again, what are you going to use to enable your users to be social and collaborative, and then having those collaboration tools engaged like Skype for Business and MS365. So that's really where we come in and look. We put that plan together with the clients. We help understand where you're going in your strategy, and then we pick the priorities and where you can go, where you can move to the quickest, and how you go and enable this to happen. So really, I think I've said this a few times, but the analytics, cognitive, and automation is key to every single thing that we are working on right now within IBM. It is the cornerstone of what we're working on with Microsoft 365. It is how we are approaching all of our clients in that This will be the key to being successful. This will be the key to transforming your business. So think about cognitive in a way, and we haven't shown this, but cognitive in a way of having Watson answering your chat for your service, having Watson be the back end on your self-service, right? So when I go in and I get a new Microsoft device, and I need help with it, I'm able to bring up Watson self-serve and get those answers. We've preloaded it with a lot of the Microsoft information. When I go in to chat with somebody for a question on it, I'm chatting with Watson. No more service desk people taking those calls. What does that mean? I mean, think about the different experience. Think about how much easier, faster, quality of service you get from Watson. And not to knock the people part of it, but people are fallible. People have to use the knowledge management tools, which are usually not optimized. You don't get the greatest service. We hear all the time, one of the lower customer sat ratings is around service desk and level 1. So taking Watson, putting it in there, having access to not just a knowledge management tool, but all of the social information that's out there about Microsoft, all the blogs, all of those pieces that it can pull up in seconds and answer the questions. It's pretty amazing. So what do we do at IBM? I mean, we are providing all of the services, all the transformation for digital workplace for all of our clients around, and really leveraging everything that Microsoft is doing and what they're putting in place around Microsoft 365. So that's a Win 10 migrations, the Office 365 implementation and management, the mobility suite, and obviously then wrapping in IBM Watson around that and having that support function. We have a lot of professionals, technical architects, people that are out there doing this every single day for clients and really understand how to make this transformation work within your environment. We're going to go show you a demo now of our Win 10 migration. We've spent a lot of time in making it automated, using analytics to help drive it, and then having the cognitive approach. So let me run that demo, I think. So I talked about, getting a device, right, and having something. So this is Watson answering Jean's question. And this is purely chat function, typing in, how can I help you? The Watson Cognitive understands natural language. It's not a Google search engine that you have to type in the right 3 words to come up with the answer. You talk to it in natural language. So it comes up with the answers. It asks you continually as it's giving you the answers, is it answering correctly? Yes, no. Do you need more help? Do you need to go somewhere else? And then gives you the estimates of the upgrade. So it's all fully functioning in here so that your end users can really do the migration. And what do we call it? Autopilot, I think. Using autopilot that's already preloaded in the devices, and then use Watson to support that. And it's really, really a consumer-like experience. This is much different from your last migration that probably required people going out on site, that might have required your end users coming into offices to get migrated, that might have had them frustrated and spending hours. This is a consumer-like experience that works and happens for your end users, and we have an extremely high level of satisfaction within this. So you can also schedule the upgrade process, and it's great. We let your users schedule it for when it's going to happen with them. They don't have to figure it out. They don't have to do it right now. They don't have to stop in the middle of their workday. You can say, I'm going to schedule it for tonight at 12 o'clock, and it'll be all ready. It's really fast. I said nanoseconds, right? Did I say nanoseconds? Okay. Yeah. So that's our solution around Win 10 migration, and it's like I said, extremely slick. So we like to use game on. I mean, it's game on, guys. I mean, I am, you know, if not passionate about this space, extremely passionate about this space. I'm so excited about what we're doing here. I'm so excited about what Microsoft is doing. I'm so excited about what all of you are doing out there for your end users and changing their experience. Going to a different level with the end users so that they appreciate IT, so that you're an enabler to the business versus a distractor. So this is where we're going. We hope to take you all on the journey with us. And I think we have one more. Is this one more? One more video. Can you just say okay?
Are you ready for digital reinvention? Can you detect product flaws and notify customers as they are discovered? Can your systems interact and process requests from customers in real time? Is your warehouse team agile and cognitive of inventory and product changes? Does your management team have the insights they need to make the right financial decisions? Do your employees have the tools to collaborate and create new solutions? Can you execute swiftly to new product or market changes? What happens when customers are disappointed? Are you listening to customers through multiple channels? Can you provide a swift and proactive customer response? And exceed customer expectations? Surprise and delight your customers with a touch of a button. And grow them into customer advocates. Begin your digital reinvention today with IBM. Discover what the IBM and Microsoft Alliance team can do for you.
Yay. Speaking of surprising and delighting clients, I'd like to introduce Kathy Piantek, my peer here, who's going to take us through a little more information. So thank you.
Thanks, Lee. What? Yeah. Oh, can I go the clicker? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Monique. Thanks, everybody, for being here. If you were here at 9 o'clock this morning when I presented, this is a different deck, so be grateful about that. I'm Kathy Piantek. I'm with our Global Business Services Organization. I have the pleasure of leading our Microsoft practice and been doing that now, working with the Microsoft team for over 7 years. Been with IBM for about 22 years. As my child will say, you've been at IBM my whole life. That's true. But anyway, we wanted to take you through is customer experience study that we've done and some of the outcomes that allow us to really go on with the comments and the things that Monique was talking about, but also to go on to the next phase here on the experience revolution. Are we ready? No, no, no. Oh, we're playing that? Just go to the slides. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Actually, let me go back here. Okay. So what we've done is with our IBM customer experience team and our IBM Institute for Value, we actually did a study with over 300 C-level executives to get an understanding of where they're at on their digital transformation journey, but also how are they crossing that. And this information comes from clients that were in 7 different countries across 7 different industries. And with that, what we found, I'm going to go there. Okay, the experience revolution has 4 clear transformational messages. The first one is the companies need to think more broadly about the experience. And I think Monique did an awesome job of talking about that. The experience is every channel that the person has at their fingertips. They know that the world will be radically changed in 12 months. We're seeing that now. Think about if you were here a year ago, all the changes that have been made, the advancements we've made with cognitive. And then the third one was, why don't you measure what you don't measure, you won't get. So the importance of measuring, understanding the data, being able to leverage that data to help you to advance the business. And the fourth one, you need to build an ecosystem of talent. So we're going to go expand upon that one. For this study, we released four C topics and customer experience topics, and we have this study available on our IBM site. And also, if you come to the booth, we can get you the links to the study. But it's the theme was the experience revolution. What are the experience trends for the convergence of digital and physical customer interaction? Exactly what Monique was talking about earlier. What we found is there's 4 trends here. The first one was companies need to think more broadly about the experience of their clients. They need to go through more of making sure that the client's experience is seen and understand what effect does that have. Does it continue to keep the client engaged with us? Is the client able to get the response they need quickly, like Monique talked about earlier? And what we found is the companies need to think more broadly about the experience. And respondents overwhelmingly cited that they attract new customers and drive new markets as a reason for enticing customer experience. They realize that far fewer were looking at just cost reduction, but more looking towards making sure we advance the experience. And if you take a look at the study there, 62% of the respondents said attracting new customers is most important and increasing market share. From there, we talked about a little bit more on the world will be radically different in 12 months. What we asked the clients who did the study is what they saw were the biggest trends that were coming forward and customer engagement initiatives that companies are implementing in the next 12 months. Most of them are mobile apps, customer downloads, and being able to use that information in physical location. Exactly what Monique was talking about earlier. Mobility, payments, and mobile loyalty programs was 85%, and then IoT. So you can see the theme here is that this is exactly what you need to run your business. You want to advance your business. Your customers also are expecting that kind of interaction from you. And then the third area we've talked about is what you don't measure, you won't get. And that's important. And as we all know, as we engage with clients around different areas of business applications, one of the first things that we work with the clients on is to make sure they understand what are the measurements. What are measurements for today to help your business, but also what are the measurements as you go forward to allow you to advance the measurements. So integrating the physical and the digital experiences can be challenging, but the respondents' number one concern is cost, and we hear that a lot. Calculating measurable benefits is critical to justifying the initiative. And a lot of times that's why we will, in IBM, we'll sit and work with clients around our approach to design thinking sessions, where we really try to start out with what's the customer experience, all right, how do we get that there and improve that, and then how do we get a good return on investment to make sure that they get the benefits out of that, okay? So as you can see, 59% of the respondents here said the overall cost of the project. And then followed by 40% say the disruption of the current business models. So if you think about both of those things hand in hand, you want to improve your business, so you want to improve the business models and the processes, but you also have a cost, and making sure that as you evaluate your next step for transformation, taking in these steps to make that return on investment. And then number 4 was build your ecosystem of talent. What came out very clearly was filling skill gaps was key. Making sure you had people on your team that could support you no matter what customer experience and the customers you work with. And making sure that you're developing emerging leaders early in their career and hiring new employees, but also looking out at the ecosystem. Not everybody needs to be on your team that is supporting your client. There could be partnerships, kind of like what we do with IBM and Microsoft. The partnership that together makes the whole. So looking at that. So there were the 4 areas that we talked about. But then we also came out with some beware of false choices, okay? Create new digital and enhanced customer experience to grow revenue and loyalty and build frictionless engagements for customers and employees. So really making sure that understand there's an alignment there and how that can be done so that you're benefiting and that experience from the client, but also growing revenue at the same time and making sure that engagement works well. And also the one point that was really clear during the study was making sure that every employee in the company understands that it's their responsibility to help improve that customer experience. So you want to have the right tools with your team, as Monique talked about earlier, but also have those tools to help to leverage with the clients. And we're going to do this one more time. There we go. Okay, number 2 was make customer experience an integral part of the strategy. There's a lot of times we've seen in the past where the business strategy is established, but not even the foresight of thinking about what's the experience of the customer. If you take that customer experience as a part of building your business strategy, it allows you to continue to align the processes and your goals and the measurements so that customer experience becomes an integral part of the business. And then start a new dialogue on value. This one was create an intricate view on value creation from experience initiatives that cover revenue and cost efficiency. So making sure that we understand business value and our business value and how that relates to clients, and that value can be realized through, as Monique talked about earlier, cognitive value of driving it through a mobile experience and understanding that. And then the 4th area was manage the internal and external paradox. So if you only focus on hiring internally, you'll miss some of the value that you can get with the ecosystem. If you only focus on what you have and not take the partnerships and expanding how you can leverage other digital areas, you won't be able to improve that experience. So the experience for evolution, what we found, and the outcomes really, so the companies that need to think more broadly about experience, the winners in today's market are employing technologies such as mobility, enhance customer engagement, and drive value revenue. And the second one, the world will be radically different in 12 months. In order to be successful here is really the digital innovation, taking that in, taking time to learn the customers, their needs, their experience, understanding how they're going to be engaging with you is very important. And then number 3, what you don't measure, you won't get. Companies need to align on specific objectives. Everyone in the company should understand what those objectives are and make sure that it includes the customer experience as an objective, and then build out your ecosystem of talent, then look beyond just the borders that you have. And finally, I just want to give you a couple of things of how we engage with our clients around our experience. So for each of our client engagements, we envision the art of the possible. We design the right outcomes because what we try to do is build a modernized operation, leveraging our IBM design thinking, our agile approach, and DevOps. So really taking into what are all the market areas, all the technical as well as things that will globally need to be taken into impact, and then through the design thinking session where we work with the clients one-on-one, either at your location or we'll take you to an IBM design studio, and we'll work through how to create a great customer experience at the same time bringing in the areas that can advance that experience around mobile, cognitive, and really making that digital transformation. And then here's a couple quotes from clients that we've engaged with recently around KPIs. If you look at the top one, Origin Housing said 75% of their customers' response to agreed service levels. So working with IBM and Microsoft and leveraging their O365, or I'm sorry, the Microsoft 365 or the Dynamics, they were able to get customers responded to quickly. And look at another one there, 30% reduction in operational cost was seen by Royal Arctic Lines as they engaged and updated their analytics. So finally, I just want to remind you that IBM drives successful business outcomes with our clients. We're recognized globally and work together in practices all around the world. We all leverage our industry expertise, and our solutions are tailored there. And then take you down the digital transformational journey, but also making sure that we build the value that you need for that customer experience and embed that data and analyze it so you can measure it. And with that, I'm going to invite you to come and join us at the IBM booth. We're in booth 487. You'll find Monique and I there, especially at the wine time. We will definitely be there. Feel free to come talk to us then. But I will open it up and see if you have any questions for Monique or myself.
Still got a couple hours.
All right. Okay. I guess everybody wants lunch.
Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. It's great. Thank you.